Hi everyone, and welcome back to Off-Brand Bubbly. I'm so happy to have you here with me today, and now I'm addressing you wearing my grandma pajamas because we're going to talk about beauty sleep and how it can have an incredible impact on your personal well-being and why it's important to, yes, keep a bedtime even if you are a full-fledged adult. My brain has a tendency to be a raging insomniac at all hours of the day because for some reason I just can't stop the whirling thoughts through my mind as I'm getting ready to calm down. And that was probably the biggest impetus for me to learn more about my sleep cycles and how to get more rest, was that I personally struggled with it, especially towards the end of my cycle. My energy levels are really high and I can be anxious, and it's hard for me to calm down and get ready for sleep time. So because of that, I went on a little investigative process to find what works best for me in terms of how to calm my body and mind down towards the end of the day and be able to actually get in a full 8 hours of sleep amongst working and playing and trying to be a healthy human. As you know, I like to read all sorts of personal development books, and hopefully through my reading them, you guys will get some good beneficial information out of it. The most helpful resource I found while on my research journey was a book called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. He pinpointed specific habits that you could do and take action on in your daily life that would improve your sleep habits moving forward. So without further ado, here are my top tips for beauty sleep at night. Realize that getting a good night's sleep doesn't start when you're getting ready for bed. It starts actually when you wake up. There's a lot you can do when you start your day to make sure that you can easily fall asleep at the end of the day. So when you wake up, one of the things that he mentions doing first as soon as you can is to get outside and get some sunlight, because this helps to reset your biological clock to be in sync with the sun so that your body will be ready to fall asleep when it starts getting dark, and naturally your circadian rhythm will sync up with that. So get outside, get some sunlight, and also get exercise, but not towards the end of the day. Specifically exercising, if it's vigorous, in the morning. Because if you were to say to go to an intense workout class after work, all of your energy levels will be elevated after that workout class, and then when you come to sleep 1 or 2 hours later, your body won't be ready to rest. It'll still be in go, 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 go mode. Something that helps me really prepare for bed is cultivating a cozy and relaxing sleep environment. And there's a lot that goes into that. When I'm getting ready for bed, I've created a nighttime routine that includes taking off my makeup, doing my skincare, putting myself in some cute pajamas. Truthfully, it's not usually something like this. I much prefer wearing a slip and something more silky because it's a lot cooler, especially in the summer months. But you'll find me in something like this or fuzzy pajamas in the winter. Get yourself ready for bed and then set your environment. And this means putting all the lights down low, no big overhead lights, putting candles on, putting your pretty magic lamp on, and maybe setting some music. I often will put music on as I'm getting ready for bed and try to do something that is tech-free. This could be writing in your journal, it could be reading a book, not on your phone, reading a physical book or your Kindle, and really just trying to get your mind away from the distractions of the day in this cozy environment and be present with yourself. I made a video earlier about how to romanticize your life, and a lot of that is truly being in the present moment and distracting your mind from everything in your to-do list, I think, is my biggest priority. So getting away from your phone, getting away from your laptop, and setting a cozy environment and just relaxing really helps set the mood. And I try to do that 1 to 2 hours before bed, depending on what I want to do in my relaxation time. Most of America, including myself at some periods of my life, are addicted to caffeine. It's delicious, I get it. It makes your whole morning perk up and it puts you in a great mood for all of 2 hours before you come down off that caffeine high. But this has a really big impact on your sleep schedule too, because caffeine stays a lot longer in your body than just the 1 or 2 hours that it perks you up for. And it can even be in your body 6 hours afterwards. So if you're having a coffee at say 1 o'clock, there still could be caffeine in your system in the evening based on the half-life of caffeine. Caffeine has an average half-life of 5 to 7 hours. Let's say that you had a cup of coffee after your evening dinner around 7:30 p.m. This means that by 1:30 a.m., 50% of the caffeine may still be active and circulating throughout your brain tissue. In other words, by 1:30 a.m., you're only halfway through completing the job of cleansing your brain of the caffeine you drank after dinner. So I didn't realize that. I thought that the caffeine only lasted a few hours after it perked me up. So that was a huge awakening for me and definitely helped me understand why I can't have, like afternoon coffee and still be able to fall asleep easily. If you want to have your caffeine, have it in the morning. Don't have it after lunchtime, and that will help your body purge the caffeine from your system before you're ready to go to bed. If I'm to have a meal later in the day, it can sometimes impact my sleep schedule. I mean, of course, like have dinner, but having a huge dinner an hour right before you go to bed can make you fall asleep with a bit of a food baby and make your digestion harder and also harder for you to calm down the energy levels in your body. I'm sure we all had bedtimes when we were growing up. I know I rebelled against them a lot. I remember my parents saying that whenever I was babysat by someone else, I'd be up to all hours of the morning because they didn't understand how harsh you needed to be with 3-year-old Emily in order for me to go to bed on time. But this is something I struggle with even as an adult. It's easier for me to keep a sleep schedule during the summer months because my sleep is more like aligned with waking up in the morning and the sun schedule, but I do struggle to get myself in bed on time because there's a lot of distractions, fun distractions mind you, but still distractions that keep me up and I just guess keep my mind going. So I have to be very strict with myself to make sure I get to bed on time so I can still wake up with ease. I'm really against aggressive alarm clocks. I think they ruin your day. So going to bed early enough so I can naturally wake up without an aggressive alarm is a huge priority for me. I do have an alarm clock suggestion for you if you'd like one. This is, I think it's called the Philips Lumi light. It brightens as your alarm's about to turn on and it plays like gentle sounds to help you wake up. But anyways, I'll link it in the description below so you can see it. But that is the only alarm I'll allow in my room. But normally I'm able to fall asleep early enough that I just wake up with the sunlight. That's more helpful in the winter because where I live it gets very dark in the winter time. So if you don't have a sunlight alarm clock to help you start the process of waking up, it can be such a hassle getting up in the morning and almost impossible. So definitely get a sunrise alarm clock. And I already told you to keep your digital distractions at bay. That is the underpinning of every other video that we talk about, that your phone is a massive distraction in your life. But I want you to set up your phone so it helps you fall asleep at night. I'll insert a little clip of what my phone will look like in the evening time. I have a bedtime schedule on my phone that will simplify my phone in the evening time and keep any notifications away from me so that I can just focus on what I'm doing, being present, and relaxing, getting ready for bed. Final thing to note is that you want to be sure that you're sleeping in a cool, dark room. And this doesn't mean you're sleeping in an icebox, but sleeping at a temperature like 65 can help your body calm down your energy and get ready for bed. So I do usually sleep with the AC on, and I like to sleep with a hoard of blankets on top of me. So it is very cool in the room, but it is cuddly inside my bed. I have like a fuzzy blanket, a weighted blanket, and then a full comforter. So I am snuggly in my bed, and just the atmosphere has cooled me down, and it just helps me get into a really cozy mood. And in the book, Why We Sleep, he said it does help you have a deeper sleep for longer. One anecdotal thing that I think helps me is taking magnesium at night. Again, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a doctor, but this is just something anecdotally that I've noticed helps me to relax. What do we think of the bow today? I feel quite like Blair Waldorf in this headband. I hope you guys found this video really helpful. I know it's something that I still struggle with sometimes, so if you have any suggestions as to how to sleep better at night, please put them down in the comment section below. Thanks!